So what are you going to do? TikTok just got banned in the United States. What if that's the headlines you wake up to next month? It's a possibility. It's kind of already been approved, so it depends on what happens. But that's not the real question that I have. The real question that I have is, what are you going to do? Are you prepared if something happens? Now, this is for those that live in the United States. But what are you going to do if all of a sudden your whole business that's based on TikTok is gone or changed or just, totally different than what you think? What are you going to do? Well, I can't tell you how many times I get asked that. I get asked that probably at least 3 or 4 times a week. What happens if TikTok goes down? Now, for me personally, I'm not on TikTok. I'm not using TikTok. But I know there are a lot of people out there. There are a lot of people out there that are building their businesses out there. A lot of people out there that teach about building their businesses out. There's just a lot of people out there that are using it. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that are using it without any backup. And this could be Instagram, this could be Facebook, this could be any platform you're using that you could get kicked off it, shadow banned, put in jail, all of these different things that affect your business. Okay? So what are you going to do? Well, right now you're on a timeline, right? You're on a time schedule. You're on a ticking clock. Wow. Right? Because if it goes away, I think it's by January 20th or January 17th or so. I don't know I forget what the date is, but it's about 30 days. If they make that decision and say, hey, they're not going to sell it, they ban it in the United States, which I don't know if I believe it will or will not. But if that happens, what are you going to do? If you don't start doing something now, and it may even be a little late, but you better be doing everything you can to make sure that anybody that you've got following you, or as many people as you can. Now, if you've got a small following on TikTok, I would start reaching out to them and giving them away something free so that you can get them on your email list. I would start, if you're not on Instagram, I would open up an Instagram and start building on an Instagram. I would start doing YouTube shorts. I would start blogging. I would start adding other platforms on my marketing. Okay. Now, for me, like I said, I don't use TikTok, but I've got a big Facebook following. I've got a halfway decent, like 3,000 or 4,000 on Instagram and that. So I'm using those anyways. But my big platform is YouTube. But that's not even the issue, because YouTube can go down, Instagram can go, all the rest of these can go down. Where's really my biggest asset? Where's my most important asset? And where is it that I can make sure that it doesn't go anywhere and I don't lose it? The answer is my email list. So if you're not building that email list, if that is not first and foremost on your priorities, you are going to be like those people in the thumbnail, screaming and yelling if TikTok goes down in the United States. I'm just warning you. You need to be starting to think, and this is kind of an eye-opener for a lot of people, because they've been putting all their eggs in one. We've heard all our life, don't put all your eggs in one basket, don't put all your eggs in one basket. But I can't tell you how many people I've talked to who said, well, I'm only on TikTok. Bad news. Could be bad news. I'm not a doomsdayer, and I'm not going to tell you that, I don't use it for my own personal reasons, but it doesn't mean that it can't happen. And, like I said, Instagram can go down, YouTube. I have friends years ago that lost their YouTube channel and never got it back, and lost all those videos and didn't back them up. So they had to start from scratch. Well, now they're a multimillionaire, and they have done amazingly, amazingly well. But for a long time, for quite a year, probably a year, they had to restart everything, and it really affected their business. I can't tell you how many people that have been on Facebook and got banned or got shadow banned or whatever they call it nowadays, or on Instagram. It happens all the time. But I guarantee you probably will never wake up in the morning and go, you know what? I think I'm going to ban myself from emails today on my email list. You have total control of it. Not only do you have total control of it, but these are targeted people that have asked to be a part of your list, asked to be a part of your group, asked to get the information that you have and the value that you provide. That list is so, so very important. I can't stress it enough. keep building that list. And it doesn't matter how big or small that list is, because it's your list, right? The difference between having, 50 people or 100 people on social media compared to 100 people in an email list is like night and day. I know people that have less than 1,000 people and are making 7 figures in their email list. I know people that have 500 or less subscribers on YouTube that are making $30,000 to $40,000 a month consistently. Why? Because they've directed them to their email list, and that's where they're really marketing them. Sorry about that. Obviously, I'm using my phone for my webcam. That's the power in that. So, if you're concerned and you're in the United States that TikTok's going to go away, it's a good possibility. Like I said, the legislation's been passed. And if they don't do what they're supposed to do, it could be the end temporarily or for good. Or it could be, even if they do sell it, it still could be that the algorithm changes and all the power that TikTok has right now in building businesses goes away. There are a lot of people marketers out there that think TikTok's, the lowest of the platforms anyways to use. But I will promise you that if it's the only platform you're using, you could be on the cusp of your business taking a drastic hit. Now is the time, in fact, that you should have been doing it months ago. But if you are not collecting emails, I would put something out to all of my TikTok followers and whoever's going to see it, give them something free away so they can opt in and just continue for the next couple of weeks, getting them off of TikTok and into your email list. And if you're on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, same thing. But right now, it's critical if you're on TikTok. I don't want you to look like those people in the thumbnail. I don't want you to be sitting there pulling your hair out. What am I going to do? My business is going down the tubes. You don't need to be doing that. Build your email list so it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You're just on a time crunch right now because we don't know what's going to happen. God bless you. I hope this helps. I hope it gets you motivated to build that list. If you want to find out more about building your email list and how to build a business and how to have an ongoing perpetual income coming in, please go out to rondeering.com/discover and see a program that will teach you, find out about a course that will teach you everything you need to know to put that together. God bless you. I can't wait to see you on the next one.